man.
Yeah, so I heard Coleman's coming to town in July. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah. Yep.
What are the odds? Dude, see, here's the thing, dude. This is... Follow me on this. Mark is going to be a good interview. Good interview. If you got Wes Sims sitting next to Mark, essentially you got the guy with the pirate's map that knows where the bodies are buried.
We do some of our best work together because things that he doesn't want to talk about, I bring up.
Yeah.
And I can get him to get going.
Yeah.
And boy, do we have some stories.
Wes, we need him here in July. I would, the decibel levels on the volume here, I need you to set them really low because there might be a fist fight here.
I look forward to that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I've had a few conversations with Mark. With Mark, and good dude, man. Really, really, really good dude, man. I got stuck taking him to the airport one night, 4:00 in the morning after a night of debauchery. I'll never forget that.
Well, he doesn't do those no more.
No,
more
I
nights of debauchery.
I figured that. I figured that much.
Now, Wes, were you kind of surprised to come up? Recently, George St-Pierre was part of a roundtable, and he had mentioned that it was pretty frightening to fight in his UFC due to the fact that, essentially, was that your debut?
You know what? No, that was UFC 46 when the rematch with Mayer. I had a buddy text me and said, you know what? You will be in history in the UFC. And I'm like... And I'm thinking, I had some good fights. Yeah, that's great. And I didn't realize what he was talking about. He was talking about the George St-Pierre story.
Okay.
UFC 46, I shared a locker room with George St-Pierre. And this little guy, he was a welterweight, but he's in there. He's got his gi on. He's over in the corner. And he speak very, very little English. And he's not saying a word. He's just standing there. He's not warming up. He's got his gi on. His trainers are all just like sitting over there. And then Mark and Kevin are just screaming at me. What the fuck are you doing? You got to get ready. Kevin's over there and they're slapping me. I mean,
whatever it is you were doing, it wasn't enough.
It wasn't right. And I'm like, look, stop. I need to go. I just need a break. I go into the bathroom just like, oh, my God. I come back out there just still yelling at me and get over here. You got to practice this and hit these mitts and just yelling. We're taking up the entire room. St-Pierre isn't moving. He's just standing in the corner, just eyes real big. And Mark's like, hey, are you fighting? Yeah, Are you a wrestler? Yeah, wrestling, that's what you need to do. Who are you fighting? And Pierre tells a story, and it's great. Besides Wes Sim. He calls me Wes Sim.
Yeah.
Hey, Wes Sim, man.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine, the locker rooms. Whenever, you talk about, having a thick skin and stuff like that, you have to imagine, if you're a wrestler, you've been in some really nasty locker rooms. Some locker rooms that are just brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Now you got two guys that have competed at some of the most elite levels in the world that are cornering you. I can't even imagine just listening to the noise coming out of them,
Yeah. Bill Goldberg in the corner. He was in there. It was crazy.